This last concept in sections 5152 is doing trigonometric substitution. And really all we're going to be doing is, in place of a variable, we're going to put in a trig expression. A secant, a cosine, a tangent, and then we're going to simplify down. So here's the order that we're going to approach this with. The first step is we're going to substitute and square. The second is we're going to factor if possible, and then finally we're going to simplify. So right here we're going to use trig substitution, where x is equal to 2 cosine of theta, to write this algebraic expression, square root of 4 minus x squared, as a trigonometric function of theta. Basically what I'm saying here is I want my final answer to have trig and thetas in it instead of x's. So I'm starting off with 4 minus x squared. And I know right here x is equal to 2 cosine of theta. So my first step is I'm going to substitute and square. So I'm going to substitute in 2 cosine of theta in place of x. And then I'm going to square that. So 2 cosine theta quantity squared is 4 cosine squared theta. The second step is I'm going to factor. So within my square root, what can I pull out? Well, in this case, I can factor out a 4, which then leaves me 1 minus cosine squared of theta. And then I can simplify. 1 minus cosine squared of theta is the same thing as sine squared of theta, and then taking the square roots to both pieces, we're going to get a 2 sine theta. So the algebraic expression, square root of 4 minus x squared with 2 cosine theta substituted in for x, simplifies down to 2 sine of theta. Using the same approach with an expression here that's not x. 3x is equal to 2 tangent theta. And we're going to use 9x squared plus 4 as our expression. Well, right here, let's start by dividing both sides by 3. So x is really equal to 2/3 tangent theta. Once I do that, I'm to the exact same spot that I was before. I'm going to substitute and square, I'm going to factor, and then I'm going to simplify. So 9x squared plus 4. In place of x, we're going to put the 2/3 tangent of theta. And now we'll square that. I can see right here my 9's are going to cancel down. So really I've got 4 tangent squared of theta plus 4. Next thing I want to do is step number 2 is I'm going to factor. I can see between these two terms I've got 4's in both of them. So once again I'm going to factor out a 4. And I know that tangent squared theta plus 1 is the same thing as secant squared of theta. Finally, we'll take the square root, which leaves me with 2 secant of theta.